A very pleasant good morning to all. I am English Devi, Assistant Professor, Department of English and Research Studies, JS Hindu PG College, Amroha. This topic is a very pithy and witty essay written by Francis Bacon of Studies. But before starting this essay, I would like to share some key facts about essayist life. Francis Bacon belongs to the 16th century, and that century is known as the age of Renaissance. And he is also known as the father of English essays, child of the Renaissance, and his essays are known as dispersed meditations. They are known as a dispersed meditation because they are full of brevity, lucidity, flexibility, common sense, and a very witty and pithy observations regarding the life. So if you are from English literature or not, it doesn't matter. They equally will give benefit to you if you study the essays of Francis Bacon. So Francis Bacon, as you know, is known for his essays. So I would like to start this essay. So studies serve for delight, for ornament, and for ability. Their chief use for delight is in privateness and retiring, for ornament is in discourse, and for ability is in the judgment and dispositions of business. For expert men can execute and perhaps judge of particulars one by one, but the general counsels and the plots and marshalling of affairs come best from those that are learned. So it means that there are some advantages of studies. The very first is it gives us delight when we are in some private place, when we are lonely. So when we read something, it gives us delight. We can have some observations regarding the life. And the second one is it enhances the beauty of our conversation when we study hard, when we when we increase our vocabulary. So it gives a beauty to our conversation. And the third one is when we study some books, so on the observations of those books, we can have the ability to judge the things. So these are the three advantages of studies. The very first is gives pleasure in privateness, and the second one is beauty to the conversation, and the third one is ability to judge. But as far as the matter of the advantages are concerned, there are the disadvantages of the things also. To spend too much time in studies is sloth, to use them too much for ornament is affectation, to make judgment wholly by their rules is the humor of a scholar. They perfect nature and are perfected by experience. So, as I said earlier that if there are some advantages of a thing, there are the disadvantages too. So, first disadvantages of too much studies that it increases laziness in you, that you start liking lying on your bed and studying books, stories, novels and whatever. So, it increases in you act of the laziness. And the second one is when you use too much bookish language in your conversation, it shows that you are making a show of your learning. And the third one is when you based on your decisions on some bookish rules and regulations. So it is also a whim of a scholar. So because some decisions have to be made on the basis of some common sense also. So these are the advantages and the disadvantages of too much studies. And the next lines are: crafty man condemn studies, simple men admire them, and wise men use them. For they teach not only their own use, but that is wisdom, without them and above them won by observation. So it means there are three types of the people who take study for granted. Number one is crafting and condemn studies. They criticize all the time the new things, useful things. And the second one are the foolish, or we can say the simple people. They just admire things that it's good, it's beneficial, but they never use in their life. They never make advances to use it in their life. And the third one are those wise men who not only praise the useful things but also make a very wise and sensible use of those things. So they are the three types of the people who have their own ideology that how to study. And the next pithy lines. I know that it's very difficult to cover whole the essay in the 7 minutes, but these are some lines which I want to explain in a very detailed manner. So very first is advantages and the disadvantages of the studies, and the second one is three types of the people who consider study in their own way, and three styles how we should read a book. So these are the lines, but before completing this video, it's essential to end up with some questions. So there are some questions like what are the advantages of studies as well as the disadvantages of the studies, and the second one is what are the three types of the reading books, and the third one is how do the different types of people treat studies. But in the end, I want to sum up with some moral lesson, because any teaching, any learning and any teaching material should not be ended up without a moral lesson. So this is the moral lesson of this essay, that we should study hard. We should study to weigh, not to contradict. And the second one is we should have vision in our life, that how we should channelize our life to get success in our life with some moral responsibilities, and we should be disciplined and ordered in our life. So thank you so much.